Did you miss me? It'd been a whole 14 minutes since we ended the last stream, and we are back already. Evening, hello again, Tato and Dan and Jens, Dingoes, Kangaroos and Crocs. Good day, Cobbers, says Ian Edwards. Gents, you will notice I am joined by the newly installed manager of the Australia national side, Mr. Mike Savage. How are you, sir?
Good day, fair. Yeah, I'm all good. I'm all good.
All good. Glad to hear it. So yeah, this is kind of an interesting addition to the Super League this time around. We very much wanted to get you involved, but there was no managerial positions available at the club. So I offered you the chance to manage the national team with certain restrictions, and you took it up. So before we go into the rules and regulations for anyone that's not been paying attention, how excited are you to be involved, even if in this sort of small way as a way in?
Oh yeah, I mean, I want to be involved in it for donkeys. So any chance, however small, even if I'm playing against the AI, I was gonna take it. It is good to be here.
You've been asked to speak with an Australian accent while coaching the national team.
Yeah, I'd love to, but bad throat, terrible cough. It's put too much strain on me, I'm afraid.
So for anyone who does watch this back and isn't sure what we mean by the rules and regulations, Mr. Savage was told that it would be far too easy for him to win the World Cup and the Oceania Cup with the vast amount of Super League players that have been given Australian nationality. So he is simply allowed to pick players in the reserves. I have also taken charge of the under-21s for additional content, so that we can hopefully aid in the development of certain players and see more players get called up from the reserves. So let's head towards the squad then, and you can talk us through your first selection of 24.
Yeah, I mean, there's an awful lot of decent players that have been left in the reserves. It was actually quite difficult to choose 24 because there was an awful lot of names that were in there to begin with, and had to be cut to make the draft. But it's quite a unique position, isn't it? Because I can basically re-choose my squad every sort of 5 games or so, something like that.
Yeah, the squad gets replaced every 5 games. That's right.
Yeah, so you just pick for you only have to pick for one formation for one game, I suppose. So it's
well, you wait till the close season, and it's only you that's playing because of the World Cup.
Yeah, thought won't be happy then, will
they? Just me and you constantly.
You know, at least the players aren't getting called up and injured in the international break.
This is one of the things behind it. Actually, what we might do when it comes to it is we might just pick a day where me and you are available, and we'll just stream the whole World Cup in one session.
Yeah, well, a World Cup day. I'll get some
World Cup day, just me and you. Everyone else in the chat. See if you can win it with this band of misfits.
Yeah,
so let's have a look.
Pop down to wherever you are. We'll do it in a pub somewhere, and yeah.
Absolutely. So we've seen the squad that you've selected, and as you said, there's some big names in there. Some players that perhaps are a bit of a surprise that they've been left in their respective teams' reserves. Let's have a look. You're certainly going for creative by way of tactic.
Yeah. I do. It's a little bit of sort of taken from the 0-10-0 that Rodeo plays in his in a save, but I think with the players that are there, I think there's plenty of skill to cover that area. I don't think there's too much need to, narrow it out too much. Just dominating every area of the pitch, hopefully. And
you've got, I think it's 2 friendlies this calendar year remaining. We've got the Solomon Islands in December. And then I imagine there's probably going to be another 2, if not 3, before the World Cup. Are you going to be taking this element of it seriously in terms of players are really playing for their place on the plane?
Oh, yeah. I mean, like the thing I've been putting out on Twitter, with the sort of team, a team out of every game. So I'm, looking at the reserves every game and trying to pick my team based on those performances, rather than just the players I want to play. It's more players that have proven themselves.
And I must admit, when you
if you will.
No, completely. I must admit, when you messaged me and said that you were going to be doing a team of the week for the reserves, I was very intrigued. I love the graphics you go with, and I love the attention to detail when you're selecting those team of the weeks. And I hope people are certainly taking notice of that. I don't know if you saw it pop up on the screen there, but Tato sent in a question. Why the arrow on the DMC?
It is to cover when... See, I've got him written down as Carioca, but you've got it. Is it Marcelino? So it's foreign like that.
Sorry, have I not got that one?
No, I think it's me and the game putting it down as somewhat different. It's one of those ones, isn't it, where it puts his first name on as display rather than the.
Oh yeah, Marcelino. Sorry, Carioca. Yeah, that is him. Yeah.
Yeah. So when he. On the attack, the idea is anyway when he moves forward onto the attack into AMC, Zanetti will move across to sort of cover the gap defensively. So again, in theory, stopping sort of any counter-attacking in there.
I'm enjoying it in the chat. You've been in the position for a matter of 9 minutes essentially, and you're already under pressure with certain team selection. We saw Steve saying that he's not happy that Schwartz isn't in the starting lineup. We've got a comment that I flashed up there from Jens. Mido's been robbed of a place in the squad. Marcelino Carioca is his nickname, says Rodeo. The lack of hair. I'm not sure who he's talking to there. And we've got another question for you coming in. Your management seems to have the momentum of a runaway freight train. Why are you so popular?
Do you know, I know that is a Simpsons reference.
It is?
But I would have to... No, it's not. The specific episode is not coming to me.
It's got something to do with Mr. Burns running for... I want to say Mayor, and he goes to the Simpsons house, and it's the one with all the fish with all the eyes, I think, and Lisa doesn't want to ask it.
Yeah, of course it is. And the Blinky, the fish.
That's it.
Yeah.
And then Marge serves him it for dinner.
And he gobs it across the table. Yeah, I remember it. I just, no, I couldn't quite recall it.
So let's go. Who would you like to captain the national side tonight?
I think I chose Schmeichel.
It is Schmeichel,
yeah.
Before we go to kick off in your first game, actually, do you know what? As you've only got one game, it's just you. We'll play the whole thing on fast. Let's have a look at the opposition. You're coming up against a straight 4-4-2.
Yeah, my tactic of choice. But there was not. There weren't the players available to do what I wanted to do with 4-4-2. Otherwise, it might have been that.
You need to be aware of their star striker, who's got 4 and 8 already this season and an assist. Not a real player. Midfield central, who's had very little impact for his club. What else have we got going on here? Not a lot really to worry about. Seeing predictions already in the chat coming through. So what have we got? Rodeo saying you'll win 6-0. Steve Wright saying 4-0. Jens predicting a 0-0. Tato saying 4-1. Jens saying 10-0. And do we dare make public what you said to me off camera?
Yeah, I think I like to be open and honest with the club managers. I feel like that's it's an important thing as a figurehead that I am.
Yes, well, the figurehead of the national side has said, we are only playing Fiji. If I lose my first game, I'm retiring from international football, is the official line from the Australian FA. Good luck in this first game, and we will resume the conversation at half-time.
Let's go.
Fiji kick this one off, and straight away Woodgate on the ball. Pancaro, Tristan nods it on Rossini, but he puts it wide. If I don't win by 7, I'll shoot myself live on the stream, says Dan. And fine save. Rossini with a great chance, and there is the first goal under the new regime. I think it was Ian of Haggis said Rossini is going to bang, and he has waited just 7 minutes to open the scoring for Mr. Savage. I believe that's the Australian pronunciation, Savage. Goal, says Dan in the chat. Here come Australia again. Rossini in the area. Fine save. And a corner kick easily cleared. Australia continue to come forward. Yellow card. Free kick awarded. Fiji making a substitution after just 15 minutes. Rossini. Fine save, and it's a corner kick. And it is all Australia, but they're struggling to get this second goal. Could that come back to bite them?
Don't say things like that.
Mr. Savage looking very serious on the touchline. Another fine save. Someone needs to... Greasy will watch this back and want to sign the Fiji goalkeeper. And there was an opportunity for Fiji to equalise. Here they come again. McCall very much involved. Pisotto booked. Of course, it's all Australia, says Tato. Facundo Saver in goal, says Dan. Header at goal, and it's 2-0. And Rossini doubles his tally and doubles the lead for Australia. And suddenly everything looks a lot happier in the Australian dugout. Pancaro sends it forward. Rossini is fouled. Free kick deflects off the wall. Half an hour in, Australia 2-0 up, looking comfortable. Oh yeah, says Ian Edwards. Goes flying out for a goal kick from Dalmat. And here come Australia again. Rossini looking for a first half hat-trick straight into the side netting. Header a goal, and Saver with another save. What a performance by the Fiji goalkeeper in this first half. I've seen that he's not playing in the Super League, by the way. That's reference Rossini. And you may well be losing him from the national side because Ian said he's being called up after game 5, Mike. Into injury time. There's the half-time whistle as we welcome the Australian manager back into the conversation with his mic up. Dominant first half performance, but maybe looking at the team thinking you should be 4-5 up at half-time.
Yeah, I was expecting at least 4 from that. I'm a bit disappointed they've had a shot on target though. I mean, look at the tackles won though. Tackles 100%.
Let's just give a mention to the Fiji goalkeeper here, who is putting in. I'm surprised he's only on a 7. To be fair, Tato saying we want Romario. Let's have a look at your individual stats then. Obviously dominant, obviously good ratings. No real areas of fitness concern. Are you considering any halftime substitutions?
Yeah. I don't think Tristan's really pulling his. I know he's on an 8, but he's a striker and he hasn't had a shot. I might leave it if we're allowed to. If I'm allowed to.
Yeah, you'll get the same luxury everyone else does of stopping it again at 60.
Cheeky 60 can have 15 minutes to redeem himself. Actually, put a shot somewhere. But,
everyone seemingly having their say on the first half performance, trying to influence the decisions. But this is why the Australian FA picked you. It's because you know what you're doing to get the best out of this squad. Good night, Jens. He's confident that you're not going to let this slide. We'll play to 60 and then see how you want to alter things there. Tristan and Rossini playing it amongst themselves. Still looking for that hat-trick goal, Rossini, but not happened as of yet. Zanetti now. And Tristan lays it off. And another double save by the Fiji goalkeeper. This is unbelievable. Pasotto now and Tristan. And there's the third goal. Diego Tristan was suggested wasn't pulling his weight in that first half. He goes running past Mr. Savage. Oh, no, don't want Fiji, want Australia. With a shush sign. Both strikers there with 10 out of 10 ratings. A couple of 9s in there as well for Marcelino and Sergio Conceição. Plenty to like about the Vegemite formation. You will, of course, come up against tougher opposition, but not a bad first hour in charge, is it?
No. Like I think I said before the game tonight, it would be untenable if I'd have come away with anything other than a win, which might not still happen. You know, stranger things have happened, haven't they?
With it being a friendly, you are allowed to make as many changes as you like.
Yeah, even though it's a friendly, I'm not taking either of. I'm not taking Rossini or Tristan off. Not after on 10s. I'll take Pasotto off for Torricelli.
Pasotto off for Torricelli, yeah.
I'll take. Just go back to the game ratings again.
Absolutely.
I just wonder what sides Romario has, or if he's just solid. Solid centre, isn't it? Take Jalmina off for Salva.
Yep.
And if you just move Salva in the middle of Rossini and Tristan.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have Marcelino AMC. And we'll take off all these names I'm pronouncing wrong. Sergio. Take Sergio off.
Conceição.
Yeah, that's the one. For Donovan and move Donovan to MC.
Like that?
Yep. And take Zanetti's arrow off as well.
A no arrow formation.
No, we'll go with that.
Well, you seem to be appeasing the public with those changes somewhat.
To a degree.
Let's confirm those changes then and carry on. 62 minutes on the clock, 3-0 up, and a couple of changes, both tactically and personnel. And here comes an opportunity, but Massey puts it wide for Fiji. And a couple of flurries forward by the home side. Nothing too much to worry Australia. Terrible effort in the attempt to get 4. Fine save. And we're into the final 10 minutes of this encounter. Throwing given. Dalmat. Tristan. Another fine save by the goalkeeper. The shake of the head by Mr. Savage. Rossini looking for a hat-trick off the bar. 3 minutes of added on time. Will they get 4? Will Rossini get his hat-trick? Still so many questions to be answered. Another save. And there is the final whistle. The game concludes Fiji 0, Australia 3. As we said, they did have that other shot in the second half, so one shot in each half. Utterly dominant display, but again, you're looking at those stats, Mike, and you're thinking we should have 5 or 6 here at least, surely.
Easily. Should be double figures, shouldn't it? You know, score half of them on target, and you're practically in double figures, aren't you?
Yep.
Ridiculous. That keeper's had an absolute performance of his life.
And he's still only rated a 7. That's absolutely ridiculous.
I'll tell you what it is. That's all the goal kicks he's had to take, isn't it? Look, has he got the highest number of passes in the whole team?
The goalkeeper? Yes.
Yeah, he has, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, that says it all, doesn't it? Keeper's passed the ball out to his team more than they've passed it between them. Amazing.
Let's have a look at the more important figures, and that is that of the Australia side. Torricelli didn't really influence anything in his half an hour on the pitch. Donovan got involved a little bit. Salva would destroy these, I think, was the message, and no was the answer to that particular statement.
No, and they were thrown in there for a kick of the ball, weren't they? Really, when the formation wasn't sort of crafted around them, so it wasn't ever going to be anything massive.
So the interesting thing comes obviously after the next game week, is when the managers are able to swap things, and this team could be about to get dismantled.
Yeah. When everybody takes all my forwards off me, if I could have some back, I'd really appreciate it.
Trying to negotiate with the club managers to have the best squad available.
This is what they do in international managers. But yeah, I was kind of hoping that one of the forwards would underperform, to be honest, so I could play, give Romario a shout. But yeah, can't complain, can you, to win?
No, absolutely not. It's a brilliant start for you in your first game in charge. I'm looking forward to seeing how the content develops, how much people are paying attention to your reserve information, and seeing how the squad changes as we build up towards the World Cup at the end of the season. Thank you very much for jumping on and joining me for this sort of, somehow only one game of essentially reserve players against non-real players, and we still made it last 25 minutes. Thank you very much, Mike, and we look forward to seeing you for the game in December against the Solomon Islands.
World Cup, here we come.
World Cup, here we come indeed. Thank you everyone who joined us for the Wizard of Oz Part 1, as this episode's been entitled. Please come back and join us again as we continue to build towards the World Cup at the end of the season. From me and the new Australia boss, Mr. Mike Savage, good night.
See you later.